buy TP. So minimum it should be once a quarter, maximum monthly, unless there could be some very specific requirements that you meet more often. So that's the baseline. Does it have to be face-to-face? So that's where I think some of you already realize from the mix and match, this is quite unlikely that they're going to have a face-to-face. Yeah. So, it doesn't always have to be the case. These are smart people, they are senior people, they have mobile phone, they have office phone, they can use video conferencing, and so on, right? How long is the relationship? Another very common question being raised. That's where we need to go back to the quadrants, the 4 quadrants. What is the intention, right? How will this fit into your overall talent program? And is this going to be part of succession planning, or you want to make it laissez-faire, right? So that will determine that relationship, right? Short, long-term relationship. Now this is just a guide. No? Recommendation is 12 to 18 months. And that would also tie in with your succession planning, which is typically 12 to 18 months. No? Typically it's 12 to 24 months when you look at the succession planning. Yeah. Confidential, private, right? So back to the earlier point. Do I feedback my comments to the line manager? Definitely no. Unless with the permission of the mentee. Right? Sometimes I do ask the mentee, just kind of sometimes being a bit naughty, I will tell them, so your boss is a pain in the neck, you want me to tell him that? And of course they will smile and say, oh no, of course not. Right? So sometimes on a more serious note, I will say, now I'm hearing that you seem to have a very strong inclination to go to take up a risk management portfolio in China, right? And you have not spoken to your boss, or you have difficulty in trying to put this across to your boss, right? Is there something that you want me to help you out, right? Because I know your boss, and I could kind of just broach the subject with him or her, and at least bridge the gap, right? In other words, just to give them that head start. And some of them may say, yeah, can you please help to kind of initiate that, to say that I have spoken to you, and I have this interest. So if you really have to get the permission of the mentee. If not, you just go straight and tell the line manager, you are already breaking the cardinal rule of mentoring, which is confidentiality. Yeah. Okay. Next one. Will this be part of my appraisal? Sometimes they do ask. They are very careful. No? Oh, are you going to tell my boss? Is this going to be part of my assessment? So depends on each individual's objective. It can form part of the mentoring, learning, and development for the mentor. All right. This can be part of their development. So the mentor can actually fill in their own development plan that I have mentored so and so, and this is actually part of my development. Should we discuss compensation? Touchy-feely, right? Dollars and cents. No, you can advise a mentee on how to bring up the conversation, but you should not be prescriptive. Right? Don't look at numbers. The worst thing you can do is to say, how come you're only getting 2,500? My understanding is that if you are an international graduate, right, you should be getting 3,500. Oh no, that's a disaster. I mean, I'm citing you real examples of what has happened. I mean, it's with good intention, and this person just forgot, right, that pay is confidential, right? That's a golden principle. And in that context, you see, the organization has 2 programs. One is called local graduate program, and one is called international graduate program. And of course, there is a differentiation in terms of their basic salary, right? And what happens is, of course, these people, they will talk and they get very unhappy. I'm also a graduate, you're also a graduate, right? The only difference is that mine start with an L, you start with an I, right? So why should I be paid lesser than you? That kind of thing. And then they gripe, and then they bring it up to their mentor, and of course mentor with all good intention, book mention some of this kind of thing, and then it's not going to be very helpful. Right? So try to avoid the compensation dollars and cents thing. Yeah?